There is a reason this world feels incomplete. Everything here isn't evil. Beauty isn't fake. Life does have meaning. But something in this lower world always seems to pull you away from remembering who you truly are. It pulls your attention outward. It scatters your mind. It puts you in a state of survival and fear. And before you even had a word for it, you felt it. You felt that this world is incomplete. The Gnostics had a word for this lower condition. They called it the Kenoma, the realm of deficiency, the realm of lack, the realm where the soul forgets the light that it came from. And once you understand the Kenoma, you stop asking, why do I feel like something is missing? And you begin to understand, something is missing here, and the Kenoma needs you to forget what that something is. The word Kenoma doesn't simply mean the world. It points to the condition of emptiness, a lower realm of incompleteness, imitation, and separation from divine fullness. In Gnostic language, the opposite of the Kenoma is the Pleroma. The Pleroma is fullness, the divine realm of completion, light, and wholeness. On the other hand, the Kenoma is deficiency. It is what happens when reality is experienced as fragmented, separated, and cut off from the highest origin. That does not mean every tree, every face, every sunrise, or every moment of love is false. That is too simple of an explanation. There is a much deeper truth. You can still experience fullness here, but this realm teaches you to identify with something else. It teaches you to identify with lack. The Kenoma does not need to destroy the divine spark. It only needs to make you forget it. Because a soul that forgets its origin will search for itself inside the very realm that made it feel incomplete. It will try to become whole through attention. It will try to become real through identity. It will try to become safe through control. It will try to become powerful through the approval of a world that never had the authority to define it. You must be aware of this. The Kenoma does not always feel like darkness. Sometimes it feels like urgency. Sometimes it feels like success. Sometimes it feels like 1,000 options pulling you in every direction. But underneath the noise, the same message repeats. Forget fullness. Forget your origin. Forget the light within you. Become what this world tells you to become. If this transmission is speaking to something within you, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps this work reach others who are beginning to awaken their inner light. Forgetfulness is not a small thing in the Gnostic path. It is the condition that keeps the soul wandering. When you forget who you are, you become easily guided by fear. When you forget where you came from, you start worshiping whatever shines the brightest in front of you. When you forget the monad, you begin to mistake lower lights of the Kenoma for the highest light of the monad. And that is exactly why the Kenoma needs you to forget. Because remembrance changes your relationship to everything. You may still live in the world. You may still move through ordinary life. But something within you is no longer owned by the surface. You stop believing that the deficiency around you is the truth of your being. This is where the teaching becomes empowering. The Kenoma may be all around you, but it did not create your soul. The realm of lack may shape your habits, your fears, and your false identities, but it cannot reach the deepest origin of what you are. The divine spark does not come from deficiency. It comes from beyond deficiency. It is a trace of fullness within the realm of lack. That is why you have always felt the ache for something more. Not because you are broken, but because something within you remembers a reality more complete than this one. That's why the Kenoma keeps the soul looking downward, down into fear, down into comparison, down into identity, down into the endless world of illusion. It tells you to find yourself in status, in success, in failure. None of these things are completely meaningless, but none of them are your origin. their garments, their movements, their experiences passing through the field of your life. But the divine spark is deeper than the garment, and the monad is beyond every image the lower world can offer. Gnosis is not about becoming afraid of the world. That is not the way. This information is not to make you feel paranoid. It's to give you Gnosis. And Gnosis is remembrance. It is the inner recognition that you are more than the deficiency surrounding you. It is the moment the soul realizes, I have been living inside the Kenoma, but I do not belong to it. I have been shaped by lack, but I was not born from lack. I have been distracted by lower lights, but my deepest being still answers to the light beyond all lights. That remembrance does not make you weak. It makes you sovereign. The point is not to hate life. The point is to stop letting the realm of deficiency define your life for you. You can still love deeply. You can still create beauty. You can still build something meaningful. You can still walk through this world with compassion, strength, and clarity. But now, you walk differently. You don't move as a forgotten soul begging the world for proof of who you are. You move as a remembering soul carrying light into a realm that is shrouded in darkness. That's the difference. Before remembrance, the Kenoma looks like reality. After remembrance, it looks like a lower condition. Something you can move through, something you can learn from, something you can illuminate, but not something you have to worship. The Kenoma needs you to forget because remembrance loosens its grip. A remembering soul cannot fully be controlled by lack or fully hypnotized by imitation. A remembering soul may still feel pain, pressure, and uncertainty, but it no longer mistakes those things for its essence. The world may teach deficiency, but the divine spark remembers the fullness of the Pleroma. The world may train you to look downward, but the monad calls you back to the highest origin. And the moment you remember that, something shifts. You are no longer simply trying to escape the world. You are transcending it by remembering the light that was never born from it. If this transmission resonated with you, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may be starting to see through the illusion, but doesn't yet have the words for it. Comment below, where have you felt the Kenoma trying to make you forget your light? Your comments help build this field of remembrance, so others who arrive here know they are not alone on the path. And if you feel called to support the channel more directly, there are a few ways to do so. You can leave a super thanks on this video. Buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/magnumopus333. Or you can visit the Magnum Opus 333 store on Teespring. The links are in the description below. And if you want to go deeper with this work, consider becoming a channel member. Memberships help sustain these transmissions and supports the creation of deeper monad-centered content for those who feel called to this path. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.